coming and checking out my channel. I am going to do a fun one today. One of my favorite fueling hacks. One of the things that I really miss while I'm on my Optavia 5-1 plan is chips. I love some chips. So I, thanks to my good friend Orly, found a way to satisfy that craving. So I thought I'd share with you guys. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found me. My name is Jenny. I am in the midst of my health journey on my Optavia 5-1 plan. I have been doing plan for 15 months now, and I've lost 107 pounds. I am on my way to losing 200 pounds. So come along and let me show you what I'm doing. So for today's fueling hack, I am going to be making the sweet potatoes into chips. So the supplies you will need is a sweet potato fueling, some baking powder, an air fryer or an oven works too. I like to use the air fryer. And then some cooking spray of some kind and water. So let's do this. While we are mixing up our things, I'm gonna preheat my air fryer, and I'm going to preheat it to 425. So let me do that real quick. Okay, going. So here we go. This is here, yeah. So I'm gonna put 1 packet of the sweet potato fueling in my little dish. And I'm gonna be honest, when I make this, I make it fairly frequently, and I usually just eyeball the water. But I'm gonna give you a measurement because I know some of you really need it. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. Add that in there. And then water. So for the water, we're gonna do 5 ounces. I really should have planned this out better. Okay, 5 ounces is what it calls for. Sorry, you guys. Maybe I should try a take 2. No, this is just, I'm just gonna do it. So 5 ounces is what the recipe that I'm following calls for, but honestly, I just eyeball it. So let me show you. So I'm just gonna add water to my dish, and I'm just gonna like mix it until it's all incorporated. And I don't know, think about like you're baking it as a chip. So you don't want it to be too thick or else it won't get crisp. But you also don't want it to be too runny because then it doesn't hold its shape. So you want it to be just perfect. I'm such a bad like sharer. Just because I wing things far too often. But I don't know. The thing about this batter is that if you let it sit, it just keeps thickening up. So, because I pre-made some of it and then waited for the air fryer for a long time, and it got really thick. So, okay, so this is the consistency I'm at. Like it's pretty thick, but I'll show you how I'm gonna make it chip worthy. Maybe a little bit more water, just a smidge. Okay. So then I've got my air fryer basket. I put down some parchment paper, and then I'm gonna give it a little spritz of my cooking spray. I like to use this avocado oil because avocado oil is pretty good for you. And the Chosen brand is awesome because it doesn't have any of the bad stuff in it. So give it a quick spray, and then mine comes out in like a stream. Watch this. So I'm just gonna use a paper towel and like get it all over because I've done this before without spraying it and they just stick. So there, fixed. Okay, so for your chips, you're just gonna take a little scoop, and you can make them as small or as large as you want. I take a scoop and then I spread it. Like you kind of just paint it. Paint a picture with your spatula. So this is a giant chip. Can you see? It's like super thin. You can almost see the parchment paper like through it in some places. So, like I said, and the cool thing is that like when they're done, you can break them into smaller chips if you want. Can you still see me? Okay, yeah. So I'm just sort of painting potato chips, not real potatoes, sweet potato chips. And like I was saying, if you leave it too thick, they get like spongy. So you want to like get them kind of thin. Now that I've got them all, oh, oven's ready. Now that I've got them all spread out on my tray, I'm gonna, I'm gonna go rogue. So Orly's recipe says 350 for 18 minutes. I am impatient. I don't want to wait 18 minutes. I'm usually starving when I make these. So I cranked it up to 425 and I put it in for 15 and I kind of watch it at the end because I've burned a fair share of them. I haven't perfected the timing. I feel like it, anyway. So 425 for 15, but watch the end. Oh, and also if, I tend to crave salt on this plan. So adding a little sprinkle of sea salt to the top of these before you put them in, primo. So I'm gonna do it. So I've got my salt, just a little sprinkle. Okay, going in. Okay, 15 minutes, we'll have chips. So I might have lied about the time. They're starting to turn. Can you see they're starting to brown up? I set it for 15 minutes and I have 6 left. I'm just gonna keep going for a little bit longer because the darker they get, the crispier they are. So I will tell you what the final cook time is when I'm done, but I'm just gonna watch them. Update with a few minutes left. So I'm gonna say like 12 minutes, maybe 13 minutes. Okay, bottom line, Orly put it in a recipe for a reason. So do 18 minutes at 350 and it should be right. You don't have to hurry like me. That's just me. Okay, let me show you, hold on. So here's what they look like. They're a little brown. Some of them have little crispy edges. I have my baby spatula. I'm gonna put them on a plate. As they cool, they do get a little bit crispier. So I will show you. Okay, so here, one fueling, sweet potatoes fueling in chip form. See, they're super thin like a chip. I want to cool off a little bit so that it's crunchy. This one's because it's baked. Can you hear that? So when you bite into it, you get that satisfactory crunch thing. Mm-hmm. Hits the spot. Yeah, so this is a great option when you're feeling snacky or need a chip in your life. Okay, also, if you watched my last video where I made the cottage cheese ice cream, if you haven't seen it, I'll link it somewhere up here. Go check it out. And I have been playing with my cottage cheese ice cream to sweeten it up a bit. I added some sugar-free syrup to it, almond roca flavor. So that did help a little bit. I still couldn't eat the whole serving to get my whole fueling down. So there'd have to be a bunch of math involved in order to make that part of my routine. And I just honestly don't think I'm in for it. So I think what I'm gonna do with this cottage cheese ice cream thing is like store it in the bank and remember it for once my weight is gone, because I think making it with strawberries or a berry of some kind would be delicious. But right now in my weight loss phase, berries or fruit is not a part of that. So I think that I will try that in maintenance. So that's my takeaway. Anyway, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope that you make some potato chips, and let me know in the comments below if you've made them before or if you're going to make them. And thanks for hanging out. I am about to embark on a couple of weeks of travel for work, so look out for my next video where I'm going to share some hacks on the best way to travel and stick to plan. So I will see you guys next week.